It's another great day of Coast Life, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We're your hosts. I'm Paige Marley.
I'm Leah Rizzo, and here we are halfway through the week. It's a little humid today.
Yeah.
Don't know if you can tell by the...
Every day we try for you guys, and it just...
every day it just falls apart.
It doesn't work, especially because we're upstairs, and I feel like, doesn't our upstairs get kind of humid?
Well, I mean, the thing about, much like in one's home where no one can agree on the temperature, I think a workspace is even more the effort on trying to collaborate on what temperature the office should be.
It's rough.
It's impossible.
It is impossible, especially like in our new studio. So here's a little bit different, but like, because it's a little bit bigger, but we're like giving you these ideas. Hopefully you've been to our studio. If not, we're describing it. But the men tend to have the suits and the shirts and the jackets, and then we're in our sleeveless.
We do get to,
So they like it cold, and man, it's always...
Yes. Well, we're coming up on women's winter because what happens is in the summer, everybody blasts the air conditioning, so we get frozen out, and that's where like the women's bathroom for some reason is like the warmest spot in the building. So like that's where I'll
congregate.
Be. Yes, to like warm up a little bit. Yep. It's rough out there.
It is rough. I keep my shawl all times, literally all times. I wrap it around my legs sometimes. There's always need something to keep us cozy. So maybe you're dealing with that too. Be cautious of your female coworkers with sleeveless shirts and dresses. Anyways, that is not the biggest problem in the world today. What's also not a problem, but it's just funny. We wanted to talk about it with you. Katy Perry and her AI dresses that confused everyone at the Met. We talked about this briefly yesterday, and we have an update for you, so just stick with us. So if you don't remember, Met Gala happened. The theme was kind of gardens, fairies, time.
Yeah, Garden of Time.
Whatever, exactly. But a lot of people were disappointed with the looks. So they had AI create some funny dresses, and they used Katy Perry because she wasn't at the event. So why not? Katy's mom texted her and was like, "Oh, you look like a beautiful rose garden." And thought that Katy was really at the Met. And I know that they weren't the only one. I saw people like, Katy Perry best dressed, yes, she killed the Met, and it's Katy's like, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
So just kind of thought that was funny that her own mom got tricked. So if you've been tricked by AI.
They are getting better and better, and I think
good.
people that are better at telling AI what to do are obviously better at creating AI images, because I think sometimes it's really obvious when you're looking at an AI generated image, and some people are like, amazing painting, and I'm like, that is very clearly not a painting. But I think for some reason it might actually be easier for AI to generate like photos as opposed to paintings, I think. I don't know. Maybe that's just a theory.
It did look good.
But they can look really, really realistic. And I'm sure they probably chose Katy Perry because she wasn't there. So they couldn't be like attacked for picking somebody that was there and wearing like 8 different looks or something.
They probably thought like, this won't trick people. They know she's not there.
This one will be a little bit less obvious.
Yeah,
But I do think like our parents' generation is not quite as strong at deciphering whether or not an image is AI generated or not. And that's fair because they didn't grow up with media literacy the way that millennials did.
It's true. I don't think that's anything to make fun of anyone for. It tricks us. I mean, I was tricked by Katy Perry, so.
My mom doesn't always recognize me in real life.
Exactly. We're all just trying.
Like middle school, we were playing basketball, and she went to the high school game and like was sitting down prepared to watch, and another parent was like, "Are you here to watch Leah?" And she was like, "Yes, I am." And he was like, "Well, she's not here because this is the high school game."
And she mom's like watching like this poor girl.
Yes, but everybody is just a brown ponytail.
Yeah.
I get it.
I get it too. We're all just trying our best out here.
That's right.
So be patient.
That's right. I know a lot of people, I think fitness has been, I don't want to necessarily say trendy, but I do think it's been a little bit like how you fitness has been trendy this year.
Yeah, that's a good way
I know Pilates really kind of became extremely popular this year. But there's a new, I think Equinox is teaming up with some other like luxury brand. And they're creating this luxury gym because of course they are. And
sounds good.
The subscription itself is like $3,000 a month, which totals to about, they said, like $40,000 a year, which is more than a lot of people make for a gym subscription.
I'm trying to do the math, right?
I think so. There might even be some other fees. Yeah, so there are probably some other fees like in there included that lead up to that $40,000 a month.
And you probably still have to like pay for a smoothie if you want one.
Yeah, the snacks and the towels and like everything else is a charge, but it's just That's insane.
That's a lot. And there's this gym that opened up near me that we belonged to briefly because it was expensive. It wasn't that expensive, but it was expensive, but it kind of actually broke down because had a pool. And so a lot of families in our area joined it because it gave their kids a pool.
Sure.
And it had free childcare.
Makes
and
sense.
if you went, you got like discounted. So it actually kind of worked out. It was like you have a place for your kids to go after school. They could do homework. You had a pool for your kids that you could go to on the weekends.
Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah, I mean, this is good for you if you can afford it, but I think we should never forget a good old $25 a month gym.
Well, and that's what I think, I think what kind of ends up coming with this is, you get the personal trainer. I mean, I think really buying a lot of things that call themselves luxury, like when you slap the luxury label on it, it's mostly just so that you can brag to other people and say, well, I joined a luxury gym. You're still slumming it at Jim R. Us.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Jim R. Us.
But it's frustrating because I think I was watching something else kind of going, this is a bit of a turn for you, but stick with me.
Yeah.
That even cleaning your home space, like organizers, people that put everything out of a plastic bag into a plastic jar because it looks better and but it gives it that kind of luxury feel. But it's like, okay, now you've spent money on the jar and the stuff, and for what? And I think that sort of getting caught up in this luxury clique.
Yeah. We're trying to be something that we are not.
Yeah.
And that we don't have to be. That's the thing is I've had conversations with people where the gym I go to is $25 a month. The gym I went to back in Maryland is $25 a month. It does the job for me. I'm not an Olympian. I don't need everything. And I've literally had people you go to that one, and it's like, well, what do you do at the gym? You lift weights? I can do that at my gym, and it's clean.
Well, and that's what, as somebody who has struggled with building a fitness routine my entire, I am not a fitness girl. I've never been a gym person. I have never really, I don't like the monotony of working out. I have finally built a routine that works for me, and it has nothing to do with going to a gym.
Amazing, and exactly.
And so I think you really don't have to spend money. First things first, you have to figure out what works for you. And throwing more money at the gym is not necessarily going to be the motivator to get you to actually work out.
No, it's very true. So if you're rich and you're a big worker-outer, more power to you.
Yeah, but they say it's a plan, for your pro athletes and how they.
That makes sense.
It keeps you in tip-top shape. But I feel like even your pro athletes aren't going to go to a luxury gym.
It's true.
They're not there for a spa day.
No, it's very true. Even just the whole having a front, having this version of ourselves that aren't true. I was before we started recording, I was on TikTok, and this girl was I'm tired of being forced to be a clean girl aesthetic. Because that clean girl aesthetic. And she's sitting there eating pizza in bed, and she's scrolling on her laptop with her toe. I'm that's really all of us, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, come on.
It is. And I think aesthetic, core, girlies, all of that has really seeped into not only our vernacular, but I think people really do, and especially this is true for your younger, your early 20-somethings, your late teens, that feel the desire, I don't fit in any of these
That's fine.
categories, these areas, but girly because that's who I am.
Cottage core is the best. Oh my gosh, that's so bad.
Me.
I don't have a subgroup.
I don't think I really have. I don't have one. It changes.
It changes
constantly.
All the time. Yep.
But as much as we love talking about all the things that you are talking about, we also love showing off our beautiful area here on Coastal Delmarva. Here's what's coming up today on Coast Life. Nobody wants to have to deal with the aftermath of a natural disaster, but when we do, there are people there to help.
And think about it. Would you rather have a small group of friends or a real big group of acquaintances? We're hearing from you, and we're going to chop it up on our great debate.
And if you're getting ready to sell your home, we know some real estate friends that will spruce up your salesmanship and make it easier for buyers to want to buy your house. All that fun is headed your way today on Coast Life.
Coast Life is sponsored by BB Healthcare, Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning, Preston Automotive Group, Shell Brothers, and the Parker Group.
The real estate industry was broken, but change is here and the Parker Group is leading the charge.
We're proud to introduce our groundbreaking 3.5% listing fee. Sell with us and you could save thousands of dollars.
Our cutting-edge technology delivers significant savings that we pass on to you. Our world-class marketing and dedicated team provide the human touch and unparalleled expertise that you deserve.
As passionate advocates for a more transparent and equitable selling experience, we're not afraid to challenge the status quo.
Welcome to a new era of real estate with the Parker Group.
Is a kitchen remodel on your to-do list? Paul Davis offers an easy 3-step kitchen refacing solution. Step 1, we bring the showroom to you. Step 2, we give you the exact price that day. Step 3, our certified installers complete it in days, not weeks.
A revitalized kitchen without the disruption.
At half the cost of a traditional kitchen remodel.
In the style and color you've always wanted. Call today to receive 20% off your new kitchen, plus a free trash can pullout or no payments until 2025.
Call Paul Davis today or visit our showroom.
Whether it's your first time betting or you've been gambling for years, have a plan and know the game. Be aware of the rules and odds before you gamble. Set a budget and never gamble with money you can't afford to lose. Take a break and consider teaming up with trusted friends to help you stick to your budget. Remember, if you or a loved one has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER 24/7 or go to helpmygamblingproblem.org for free confidential services.
Be a part of art. Come inside the Art League of Ocean City's Center for the Arts. Waterfront on 94th Street Bayside. Admission is always free, year-round. Enjoy diverse galleries featuring original and local artworks for sale. You'll always find something new to see. Take an art class. We have something fun and unexpected for all ages and skills. Check our calendar. It's full of special events. See everything you need to know at ocart.org.
Make no mistake, America is being invaded. Biden's open border is flooding our cities with violent criminals and deadly drugs. Democrats put American families last, kicking our kids out of school to house illegals. The invasion must end. I'm Robin Ficker and I approve this message. I'm running for Senate to secure the border. I'll stand with Trump, finish the wall, and deport criminal illegals to save our country.
This segment of Coast Life is sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Well, hopefully you've been keeping up with our Coast TV meteorologists, because they are letting us know that while today is beautiful and it is such a great day to be outside, tomorrow and parts of the rest of the week are not. There's thunderstorms, heavy rain on the way. Not to scare anyone, potential for tornado. You know, there's always the potential when the weather gets a little crazy like this, but I don't want it to worry you, because the good thing is there's always people on Delmarva to help. One of those is the people with Paul Davis Home Remodeling and Restoration. So we're going to bring back William Cook on the Coast Life couch. Thank you so much for being here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. And you know, sometimes people might not think Paul Davis as first responders, if you will, right? You guys do home remodeling and restoration in the event that maybe a home is damaged. But we have talked to you before about your ERC program. If anyone hasn't heard of it, can you just kind of remind us what that is?
Yeah, so we have a program, it's basically emergency response. We respond up with the fire companies. Mm-hmm. We provide them coffee, hot chocolate. Our trucks are also loaded with clothes for families that lose things. We got coloring books for kids. I mean, anything they need to shampoo, hairbrushes, combs. Our goal is to help first, get the homeowner situated. We're working with Red Cross now as well.
Wow, that's great.
So helping get, those people that are in their, their most tragic time, a place to stay, a warm bed to sleep in, and then we come in on the back end and kind of rebuild their house for them and get them back into it. It's so cool that on the time that it's probably the worst day of someone's life, whether it's a tornado, a fire, maybe hit by lightning. I mean, there's so many possibilities that you just can't, it's out of your hands, but you guys are there helping them from the second the disaster happens to getting them back on their feet. Yeah, so we respond out 24/7, doesn't matter what time, time it is. And we basically, for us, for the emergency response program, we're helping the people that don't know what the insurance companies want, what to expect. Yeah. We're walking them through that process. We're calling the insurance companies with them, and we're giving them comfort. Our goal is to take as less stress off of them as possible and make them comfort in kind of their worst time. Definitely. And, I know that you guys are always prepared. Is there something, if someone's feeling a little nervous, because, the weather's unpredictable, of course, is there any advice you have for homeowners on how to stay prepared and make themselves as prepared as they can be for an event like that? Yeah, I mean, especially with the weather changing in our area, I feel like we're having more frequent tornadoes with the storms that we're getting. Just making sure that, items that can be looked at as a flying object, that they're secured, they're put away. If we have an event, go to a room in the house that doesn't have windows, particularly towards the middle of the house. But don't ignore the weather. Listen to the weather. If there's a warning, like take action for that. Don't just think that, oh, it's a warning and nothing's going to happen. And then, you know, people end up getting hurt. But in event of hurricanes and stuff like that, or even being prepared if you don't know, give Paul Davis a call.
Yeah.
We will walk you through that. If a hurricane's coming and you don't know how to secure your house, call us. We'll be there to prep you. We'll board up the house for you.
Wow, that's great.
We'll take care of that and eliminate all that stress and worry, and know that you have somebody in your corner that's going to have your back to take care of you.
That's incredible. I love that you guys do that. I didn't even know that you could do that before disaster strikes. You can help prevent things from going way, way, way south.
Yep.
That's incredible. So tomorrow, like I said, we're kind of looking at, you know, I'm not a meteorologist, but our meteorologist has been letting us know that there is kind of this, well, we're just looking out for things. So when something like that happens and you're seeing the weather too, you're like, okay, potential for dangerous weather tomorrow. What does your plan look like? What do you start doing?
So our plan is to make sure we have plenty of plywood on stock, tarps for roofs, looking at the possibility of getting sandbags for flooding, making sure that we have all the supplies that we need, making sure that all of our crews are on standby, that we have enough crews to handle whatever volume of calls that we have coming in, that you're getting that personal touch from us, and that we're going to send somebody there to you, you know, in an expedited manner to take care of you.
Fantastic. So I know too that you guys have been working on this for a long time. You also, though, are working on something new. Tell us what's new with you.
Yeah, so I'm in the process of creating a catastrophic deployment team and program. And what that looks like is, you know, having those supplies on hand, having a certain crew that is going to be deployed for catastrophic events, hurricanes, floods, tornadoes, different things, that it'll be a quicker response. You'll get more specialized training teams there to help you. But we're not just doing this for the Delmarva Peninsula. We're actually going to take this kind of nationwide.
That's great.
So wherever somebody needs something that they need, they'll call us. We will go, you know, anywhere to Ohio, wherever that looks like, to help out other people in need.
That is so cool. I love how it kind of started, at least for us. I know there's Paul Davis everywhere, but on Delmarva, you know, you can call Paul Davis if you want your kitchen remodeled, or unfortunately, hopefully it never happens, but really on like the worst day of your life, when something really terrible happens, because the restoration part of that. So this is really cool. Is there any way people can help out or learn more about what you're doing?
They can always call the office, and then they can get in touch with me.
Okay.
I would love to come out and then, you know, kind of do a walk through the property, help people out. I always say you know, I take volunteers if they want to help.
Yeah.
We have a clothing closet and stuff that, you know, families can come to the office and grab clothes for their family, or if they don't have transportation, having somebody on standby that can go grab a tote of clothes and bring it actually to the fire scene or whatever that scene looks like to take care of those people.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you for what you're doing. Good luck with this growth too, and you're pushing to get the nationwide response team done. That's just incredible.
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. So don't forget. Yeah, of course. And you guys can call Paul Davis for anything. Of course. Don't forget that. So make sure you keep an eye out on all the good stuff they're doing. Right now, COASTLIFE is taking a quick break. We'll be right back.
Think I might love myself. They just never die. It feels like my heart's going numb.
93.5 The Beach.
When you're obese, you know, right? And you know the world sees you as this, but when you hear that, hey, you need to lose weight, you're like, but how? You feel trapped.
It's intimidating, and it's a really hard decision for the patient to make to proceed with weight loss surgery. Most people don't have enough information about the safety and the effectiveness of weight loss surgery.
I know that I can reach out to any person here at BB, and I can get the...
Are you tired of contractors not showing up on time or not even returning your call? And why are you still waiting for an estimate? Maybe it's because the sales consultant they sent isn't really qualified to make a proper quote, only to find out the contractor isn't even licensed? That's why thousands of homeowners and businesses trust Delmarva's original crawl space experts. At DryTech, we're certified, trained, licensed, and insured. So your crawl space problem gets solved, guaranteed. Call DryTech today for a free assessment.
16 years ago, we founded Community Bank Delaware with the goal of providing high-quality banking services to our local community. Here you meet with decision makers, people just like you who live in and love this community. We provide the newest banking technologies to our customers, supported by our local team of banking professionals. Our bank serves clients throughout Sussex County, and we continue to grow, all thanks to you. Community Bank Delaware, where community matters.
Are leaves and debris causing issues with your gutter? No need to risk climbing a shaky ladder ever again. We have the permanent solution, Gutter Helmet, America's #1 choice in gutter protection for over 40 years. Engineered to manage the heaviest of rainfalls, letting water flow freely. And the best part, never clean your gutters again, guaranteed. The lifetime warranty is transferable, so you can rest assured that you'll never have to replace your gutter helmet system. And right now, save 20% on your new gutters and Gutter Helmet. Call Gutter Helmet today for your free estimate.
There are too many areas in Maryland elected officials seem to have a hard time finding. Not David Trone. His family came from Cambridge, right by the Choptank River that he used to fish in as a boy. If you're going to stand up for people who too often feel ignored and left out, you have to show up. David has. From Eastern Shore to Mountain Maryland and back, every Marylander deserves a voice, and David intends to carry yours all the way to the U.S. Senate.
I'm David Trone, and I approve this message.
This segment of Coast Life is sponsored by the Parker Group.
Well, if you watch Coast Life really ever, you've probably seen what we call our happy place of the week. Yes. It is from the Parker Group. It's really cool. We kind of want to talk to you guys a little bit about it more because it's a house that's on the market. So if you're looking for your happy place, watch Coast Life and you could find it. To tell us a little bit more, though, of course, we have Rachel and Dustin with the Parker Group. Thanks for always being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yes.
Yeah.
So just tell us a little bit more about, because I know we see it and we, the happy place every week, but how you guys get this happy place and your role in helping people move in.
Yeah, I mean, we love obviously helping sellers get their home sold. And one of the cool things about our partnership with you all is that we get to feature some of our best listings on TV. And we think it's a really great way to expose our listings, particularly some of the listings along the coast, because so many of your viewers, of course, are living at the beach and want to see what's on the market and what's available. And so this is a really great medium for exposure around those listings specifically.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people start their search online, but maybe they don't always see every house that's on the market. So I feel like this is another great way to kind of introduce viewers to what's out there.
Absolutely, yeah. And being on during Coast Life is so fun, obviously. You guys have like your own audience, and so we like to just have as many ways as possible to expose people's homes to potential buyers.
So make sure you guys keep a lookout too, because I think the one was either yesterday or last week, if I have to remember, but they sometimes have open houses too, so we're going to be letting you know, or you are letting us know to tell you that they'll have open houses that people can get involved in. But is there any other way people should keep up with what houses you guys have on the market?
Yeah, so I mean, people can always find our houses that are listed on our website, theparkergroup.com. You can search all of our listings there. And we're really excited because we just are actually launching this week a brand new listing photography package that we're going to be offering. And anyone that has moved to this area knows that a lot of people that choose to relocate to coastal Delmarva or that buy houses at the beach, most of them really aren't local people. A lot of them are coming from out of state. And so what we always tell our sellers is your photos are so important because if someone's sitting on the couch in New Jersey or Pennsylvania or Washington, D.C., they're certainly not going to drive 2 hours to come look at a property if the photos don't make it look appealing.
Yeah. Like a dark mirror selfie and you're like,
we have all seen that. The bed's not made. I mean, there are so many silly mistakes that people make.
The realtor is trying not to be in their body. It's so
or they're upside down. You get those ones too, where it's upside down or half a shot. And I mean, I think we tend to think of ourselves as tech savvier as each generation goes by, but there's still, everything trips us up every now and then, so.
And they're professional photographers for a reason. And so we're always looking to kind of elevate that package.
Yeah, we're really excited about it. We have an in-house professional photographer and videographer, and so that really helps, I think, deliver an incredible experience for our sellers. But this new technology is so cool. It's the best camera for real estate that you can buy. And we set it up, and there's some setup pieces to it and some technology around that, but it actually spins around in a circle to capture 360 views of the home. It can take all kinds of different photos, but what's really cool about this that we really like, it actually creates digital floor plans for people too. So as Rachel said, if you're in New Jersey or DC and you're thinking about coming down for a tour, you can see the physical plans of that home before you even make the trip, which is really cool.
Yeah, so you can see like, is my bedroom furniture going to actually fit in this room? And it's something, I don't know, I geek out over floor plans for like new construction homes, but I love seeing like how rooms flow together and how they all fit together. And so now for all of our sellers that have existing homes, we can offer the same service.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's like almost like you guys are getting people in the home before you get them in the home.
Which
You're saving their time.
They don't have to drive and see the place for themselves and bring the measuring tape.
Right, remember doing that?
Yeah, try to do it themselves and then still be off with your measurements because maybe you measured with an arm span instead of the measuring tape.
Or your friend over there moved.
Exactly. That's awesome. I would imagine too, maybe this could lead to people making maybe offers or just showing more interest too in getting your house sold quicker.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's really great for sellers because one of the most frustrating things for sellers is having to rush out of the house and prepare for a showing and make sure everything's neat and picked up. And so, if we can give the buyer as much of that experience without actually physically coming into the home first, I think that eliminates a lot of like the nosy neighbors and the people that maybe aren't really interested in that home.
That's a good point. The more serious buyers for sure.
There's a lot of horror stories around getting.
Absolutely, and at this point, like if you've seen the floor plans, you've seen really high quality photos, and you've actually taken a digital virtual tour where you can imagine that you're standing in the room looking around, seeing how everything's laid out, you're going to have a really good idea by the time you decide to schedule a showing.
Yeah, that is so cool. So if you guys want to be updated, you know who to use. If you want to be hip, you know who to use. To get into your home. Awesome. And don't forget to, I just want to reiterate that Happy Place of the Week airs once a week, and again, it's always by the Parker Group. So if you see a home on COASTLIFE and you were like, I need to go tour that, you don't have to contact us. Contact them. They know more about it than we do. So thank you guys for being here and telling us what's new and what's happening.
Thank you. Always a fun time.
Yes, we'll see you next week, and we'll see you guys in just a minute or two because we'll be right back.
It's always a beautiful day for learning at Shells. With our summer program that keeps your child physically and mentally active when they're out of school. Through captivating activities and insightful guest speakers, they will expand their knowledge in a fun and interactive way, including educational, hands-on field trips that'll keep your child entertained. Make every summer day memorable with Shell's Early Learning Center. Register now and secure your spot in Shell's summer program before the spots are gone. Shell's, preparing our future generation.
Hey Delmarva, get ready to save big at Preston Ford's Memorial Day sales event. SUVs cost less at Preston with over $6,000 in total savings. And don't miss out on 1.9% financing for 72 months on America's best-selling truck, the 2023 Ford F-150. We have over 800 Ford models ready to be driven home today. Shop with us online at PrestonFord.com and we'll deliver it to your driveway today. Be a part of all the excitement going on right now during the Memorial Day sales event at Preston Ford. Cars cost less in Preston.
Spark your senses at the Spice and Tea Exchange in Rehoboth Beach. Food lovers, home chefs, and tea enthusiasts rejoice. Smell and sample your way through hundreds of exotic spices and teas from around the world. Our signature blends and rubs are hand mixed daily to ensure the highest quality and freshness. Talk to our tea experts and learn the wellness benefits of drinking fresh, loose leaf premium teas. Find a tasteful gift for that special someone or join us for an in-store cooking demo. Find your way to flavor at the Spice and Tea Exchange on the Avenue in Rehoboth Beach. Sister locations in Annapolis, Maryland and Old Town Alexandria, Virginia.
When I decided to have my kitchen done, I knew I wanted it done professionally, and that's when I contacted Ellen. She took me to the Delmarva Design Center.
From the moment I bring a customer into Delmarva Design Center, the ideas start to flow. First thing we do is take a stroll around the showroom so we can look at all the different vignettes to get ideas of what they like and see what they react to.
For each of the different aspects that I wanted to change in my kitchen, there were experts here, and everyone was so helpful. They listened to what I had to say, and they had great ideas that helped me put together exactly what I wanted for my kitchen.
My goal is to have the customer enjoy their space as quickly as possible, and Delmarva Design Center helps me do that.
My kitchen is one of my favorite places now. It's something that I use every single day of my life. I'm elated with my experience at the Delmarva Design Center.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
Have you visited Tyndall's Casual Furniture this season?
Come see us!
Why shop online when you can explore Delmarva's exclusive Hollywood dealer in person? See the finishes, feel the fabrics, and even sit on the furniture. From polymer to aluminum, wicker and epay, bring home the perfect blend of quality and design with Tyndall's, crafted to enhance your lifestyle. All of our furniture comes with professional assembly, and take advantage of our in-house white glove delivery. Tyndall's Casual Furniture, Delmarva's outdoor furniture experts.
This segment of Coast Life is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism.
We know that there is no shortage of creative drinks, great restaurants, and fantastic atmospheres all along coastal Delmarva. One such hidden gem in Berlin, Maryland is Forgotten 50 Distilling. I am hanging out with Cody Miller, the head distiller here at Forgotten 50 Distillery. Now, distilleries, you said, have kind of been around for a while, right?
Yeah, they've been around for well over 100 years.
Sure.
Throughout the country. And what we're starting to see is the craft distilling renaissance.
Yeah.
Kind of where craft beer was 10, 15 years ago, we're starting to see that with craft distilleries. And what we're doing here at Forgotten 50 Distilling is creating a premium brand of spirits.
Nice.
We've started with a vodka and a gin so far. We're actually in the middle of bottling our gin today. And got some new flavors coming out.
Awesome.
And hopefully within the next 2 months or so, we'll have a citrus flavored vodka and a white rum to follow. And
Yum. No, I'm excited. I know that I like gin. A lot of people kind of turn their nose up at gin. Do you know why that is?
it's the juniper, really. I mean, juniper is the main component in gin. So you're basically taking a vodka as your base, adding juniper, and that's what makes a gin.
Yum.
A lot of people over the years have had the traditional English style gin, which is, a heavy juniper. So you get some citrus in there, and then it's very dry, and I'm sure they've had a very rough time with some certain brands of gin. What we've created here is what we call an American style gin, where it's not as heavy juniper. You get a very good citrus, lemon and orange notes coming through, and then with ours, we use 15 different botanicals, so you get a lot of different spice, floral notes, and like I said, the citrus, and medium juniper.
Nice.
And that's just one variation of gin we plan on doing. We'd probably just do seasonal gins.
Yeah.
And utilize, local botanicals when we can, and herbs and different fruits as well.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned local. So what are maybe some of the advantages to having the distillery right here in-house with a restaurant like this?
Oh, it's great. We have 2 bars here on site that allows us to create our spirits and utilize them in our craft cocktails. And not only that, while I'm building the brand, we're utilizing a lot of other Maryland-made spirits.
Yes.
And really just showing love to, our friends in the distilling.
So I know that a lot of people are probably familiar with breweries, but maybe not so much distilling. So what is sort of the distilling process look like?
So it actually takes us back to brewing, where we do a cook, a mash of sorts. We have a vessel over here we call our mash mixer. That's where we'll make our rums, our whiskeys, brandies, agave spirits. We'll all start in the mash mixer. What we'll do is cook, whether it's a whiskey, all of our grains. If we're doing rums, it'll be our sugars, molasses, maybe black shot molasses, evaporated cane sugar. Once it's all cooked, we then send it to fermentation tanks.
Okay.
So we're fermenting what we call a distiller's beer. Distiller's beer. And it'll be somewhere between 8 to 12% alcohol.
Okay.
And then once it's done fermenting, we send it to the still. And then this is our still. This still is unique. It was custom made for us here and allows us to do small batch premium spirits, but it allows us to function and use the column if we want to create a nice high-end vodka or gin or rum. Then we can bypass the column and use it for whiskeys and brandies and the agave spirits.
Very cool.
And what we're doing once we get here, we're taking that 10% beer and concentrating the flavors and alcohol to about 40%. And then once we collect enough, we do one more distillation. That's where we do our main spirit distillation. And that's where we're separating our heads, hearts, and tails, collecting the hearts portion, and then that's what we would then send to our blending and bottling tanks, dilute it down with our reverse osmosis water, and then bottle at whatever the proof is on the bottle.
Very cool. It all just looks very cool too. It's a beautiful setup.
Very beautiful.
Well, we're kind of seeing how it's made, but we're going to kind of see the result of what gets made when Coast Life gets back. You're not going to miss that, so stick around.
Unwind, work off stress, and be comfortably true to who you are with Jab and Flow. We're dedicated to creating a balance of physical and mental wellness for your best life. You don't have to get in the ring, be a hardcore yogi, or train like a pro athlete to become part of our community. We teach boxing fundamentals with a fun variety of yoga, Pilates, and fitness classes for drop-ins and members of all levels. On Route 1 between Rehoboth and Dewey with plenty of free parking.
Sometimes life can be a bit out of focus. So at Wink Vision Center, we have next day eye exams available so you can see clearly as soon as possible. Shop our vast selection of designer frames from Vera Wang, Tiffany, Maui Jim, and Under Armour. Already have a prescription? Bring it to us. Wink puts life in better focus, from improving vision to designer frames and quality customer service.
The choice is clear. Wink Vision, Ocean City and Cambridge.
Hey, are you the bath guy? Are you licensed and insured? I believe you're looking for us.
At Peninsula Bath, we're your local pros for bathroom remodeling, and that's it. Top quality, customer focus, and competitively priced. Ask about our free shower door upgrade and our neediest bathroom contest.
Thank you, Peninsula Bath.
Where your business chooses to bank matters. Founded locally, County Bank is invested in serving you, your business, and our community. We offer customized loans to fit any business with competitive rates and flexible terms. Ask us about County Bank Express loans. Choose County Bank. We have roots here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLSR ID 410450.
Refresh your style with H&H Furniture and Appliances in Pocomoke. Bring in spring with our huge in-stock furniture selection. Ask about our prompt delivery and up to 12 months interest-free financing. Try out our full range of Serta mattresses, America's #1 mattress brand. Browse our full line of competitively priced appliances like Speed Queen, and trust our professional and experienced service and installation team. Make your home a reflection of you at H&H Furniture and Appliances in Pocomoke.
Every day, Washington politicians let the border crisis continue and do nothing. They fail the American people. Open border Democrats and status quo Republicans are both to blame. We need common sense leaders with the guts to get it done.
Typical D.C. politicians play politics instead of solving the problem. As governor, we fought sanctuary cities. Enough is enough. Secure the border immediately. I'm Larry Hogan, and I approve this message. In the Senate, I'll fight to keep our communities safe.
This segment of Coast Life is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism.
All right, Coast Life, before the break, we were hanging out back in the distillery side of Forgotten 50 Distillery, but now we're going to kind of see the restaurant side. I know that we all love seeing all the amazing food that we have around this area, so we're going to introduce you to some really unique menu items. So I am joined by head chef Jeff Phillips. How you doing?
Hi, Leah.
I'm doing really well. How are you?
Fantastic.
Good. Well, I'm even more fantastic because I am smelling these delicious meals that are right in front of us. But first, just kind of talk to me about the menu here at Forgotten 50, because it's really unique. I've seen a couple of things that really kind of caught my eye.
I think our menu is a lot of farm-to-table stuff.
Yeah.
I think we try and highlight some local, suppliers like our Chesapeake Bay Farms beef and cheddar and ice cream that is done so well by Danny.
Yes.
And the local, bakery from Sean over at Crack of Dawn Bakery. It just makes my job easier when I have this nice ciabatta to work with, and really soft brioche rolls and such. And then as far as some of the items on the menu, I just tried to pick some things that weren't available at some of the other places, just to try and, get people in here to get something where they can't get anywhere else.
So I guess I'm kind of going to just start with what's in front of me. What do we got here?
That's our Goat Island salad. And, it's kind of named after down there in Snow Hill. Island is on top of the salad of beets and balsamic with some buffalo greens.
Right. See, I always try to get a little bit of everything, but sometimes it's just tricky. Some lettuce, got some balsamic, and got goat cheese. Here we go. That's the perfect touch of a little bit of savory, but also light and fresh, which if you don't want to be weighed down by your meal, it's a great choice. All right. I want to save room so I can eat a little bit of everything. What have we got here?
This is our crab guacamole, and it's made with house tortilla chips. And we make our guacamole from scratch pretty much every other day. And local crab meat.
Nice big chunks too.
What we can get. And we top it off with a little micro wasabi and this lovely watermelon radish and some endive on top. And we make this lime salt in the house, and that kind of gives it a little bit of zing.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that at first. All right, here we go. Cheers.
You like that?
I really do like that, and I think the crab is the perfect sort of Eastern Shore spin on a chips and guac classic. That's delicious.
One of our staples.
All right, now this has kind of caught my eye too, because traditionally I'm not really a steak eater, but this smells heavenly. So what do we got?
This is a chimichurri skirt steak. And this was inspired by a chef I worked for, Arturo Paz. And he had this, great thing going, kind of like this, with the arugula and the chimichurri. We added the ciabatta to it and the radish to give it some color, but it's a very flavorful cut of meat. And then with the chimichurri on top, it's just like...
All right, well, I'm gonna come invade your space here for a second. Now, see, I said I wasn't much of a steak person, but I think now I am. This is delicious. So what is a skirt steak? What makes that? What is that? I told you.
It comes off the belly of the cow. So it's really thin. And there's a nice little marbling of fat that goes through it to give it a really juicy, flavorful.
Yes, very much so. And all you could just taste all the flavors on top that are in that. It's amazing.
There's a lot.
That's a comfort meal right there.
That's one of our popular items too.
So you can see why this menu gets really creative, and I love that it's sort of local, supporting locals. And you guys help out local farmers and other local businesses, and of course you take all of the great minds here in our area and put them together in some really delicious dishes. So what do the hours look like for people that are curious about getting a delicious meal here?
11:30 to 9.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, if you are looking for something a little bit creative, a little bit different, make sure you don't forget about Forgotten 50 Distillery and Restaurant, of course, in Berlin, Maryland. I'm going to try and polish off these plates, but we got some more Coast Life to get to when we get back.
Did you know after the fourth missed mortgage payment, pre-foreclosure starts and you're headed to auction? This will ruin your credit and make it hard to buy or even rent in the future. To stop the foreclosure, look into a loan modification, file bankruptcy, or call a professional home buyer. You don't have to lose your home, but you do have to act fast. Delmarva Dave is here to help. For more information about Delmarva Dave, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Vision loss can be gradual, and your elderly loved ones might not realize how compromised their vision has become. There are some simple ways you can help. Clear all pathways in their home to prevent accidents. Label items with bright colors and make sure those items stay in a designated place. When you need help, consult with a professional in-home care provider. Home care services can set up a safety plan, assist with running errands and other tasks that might be difficult for them.
To learn more about home care services, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Right now, pet dander, skin cells, mold spores, pollen, and dirt are being sucked into your air ducts. Get cleaner air and system efficiency now with Stanley Steamer. For over 75 years, we've continually engineered our equipment and processes to deep clean your entire home. Your air ducts aren't clean until they're Stanley Steamer clean.
Vernon Powell, new spring sandals are in and toes are out. Brooks and Hoka are in and out. Fun athletic looks are definitely in. Comfort is in across the board. From Dansko, Bionic, and UFOs to Birkenstock, Olakai, and Hey Dude. Fish Hippie is in. Performance apparel is out on the water, on the beach, and on the job with performance gear from Yeti and Bog. Kids should always be out because Skechers, Slip-ins, and New Balance are in. Plus, Kendra Scott is now available at Vernon Powell.
Are you suffering from hair loss? Maybe you need to cut a few pounds. Ready to start dating again? Well, here at East Coast Plumbing, Heating, and Air, we can help you with none of that.
But what we can help you with is plumbing repairs, drain cleaning, tub and showers, water heaters, air conditioning, heat pumps, gas furnaces, and sewer and water main replacements. Stop dealing with chamois that don't work and call Delmarva's top service provider.
East Coast Plumbing, heating and air. Or find us online at eastcoastplumbing247.com. Forget about it.
Yesterday was fun because we talked about our cheat meals.
Yes.
Yes.
Always love talking about cheat meals.
Exactly.
Food, sign us up.
We love it. And it was fun seeing which Olympians picked which cheat meal, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of them we were like, that's not good enough. Make it nastier.
Right. We're like, add a few more calories to that.
Exactly.
Then we'll call it a cheat meal.
Then we're good. Exactly. But of course, they know what they're doing. We don't.
Who are we to judge?
We cannot judge Olympians, that's for sure. So I know you guys are excited for the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. We are too. That's why we have another behind the scenes of an athlete for you. Yes, let's watch it together.
When I give you the go, you're going to say anything you want, and then you can clap it shut. Whenever you're ready, Katie.
Anything I want.
Would you describe yourself as a late bloomer?
Yes. I was very awkward in middle school. I had braces 3 times from 5th grade until junior year. I was awkward, I was obnoxious, I had a lot of energy I didn't know what to do with, so I still don't, but you know, we grow into it a little bit.
She is now an Olympic champion, and the party is just getting started in Ohio.
My name is Katie Moon. I am the Olympic champion in the pole vault, and I am from Cleveland, Ohio.
After winning the Olympic gold medal in Tokyo, backs that up, becoming the 4th Olympic champion who is a world champion.
You've been on the top of the podium. When you're up there, what are you thinking about?
My dad passed away when I was 16, and I always think about him.
She taps the inside of one of her track spikes in honor of her late father.
He was the perfect girl dad because he was supportive in every sense. He found my club that I grew up going to for pole vault. He would take me to everything and sit there and listen to what the coaches were telling me, and then he would just regurgitate the information back. It was really fun because it was our thing without it feeling like it was his thing. It was like it became our thing together.
Leah, all these athlete previews have me just wondering, if you had to compete, they told you, you're going to compete, what sport would you do?
There's not even one that I could think of that would be appropriate for me to even declare that I would sign up for, but maybe the sprint and hurdle jump, like a track and field. I used to love that in gym class.
Okay, so you do it for the fun aspect of it. You're not expecting to win.
No.
Okay, that's fair.
I don't even think. What about you?
I was kind of going the same route as you. I'm not a strong swimmer at all.
Me neither.
Like,
I
can't
want to say
swim.
swimming because I mean I did swim team as a child, but I also quit swim team mid-race as a child.
Right.
So like
maybe that's what I was thinking.
Probably
swim.
not a good fit.
It would just give for the comedy aspect.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
You know, nothing's funny about watching those Olympians prepare, though. That's for sure.
There's a reason that they do what they do,
Exactly.
and that we don't do that.
And we do what we do.
We do what we do.
Exactly.
Seated nice here on this couch.
Exactly. So don't forget, if you've been really excited, you can tune in to the 2024 Paris Olympic Games right here on Coast TV. We're going to have it for you July 26th.
That's right.
All right, right now, though, we have more Coast Life. We'll be right back.
These are the unsung heroes that really put in the volunteer work to make a difference for the right reasons. They don't put themselves first, they put their players first, whether they're 5 years old or 18 years old. It's super important for them to instill all the values and that competitiveness into those athletes to understand that it's not only today, but it's the future.
Tune in to the Coach Who Makes a Difference special Thursday night at 8 p.m. only on the Delmarva Sports Network.
At Coastal Comfort, we know there's no place like home. That's why we're committed to ensuring total comfort for a totally happy home. As a premier carrier factory authorized dealer, we're dedicated to providing reliable service and the best savings. Like now, through the end of May, with purchase of a qualified carrier system, you can instantly receive up to $1,900 off. You could also qualify for up to $2,000 in federal tax credit. Coastal Comfort, a carrier factory authorized dealer serving Maryland and Delaware. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Back pain? Trouble sleeping? Slowing down? Reduce stress by 22% with hydrotherapy, lessening pain and improving sleep. At Delaware Hot Tub Company, we have saltwater hot tubs to give you these relaxing health benefits. A simpler, cleaner way to relax using fewer chemicals and easier to maintain too. Why stress when you can relax? Hot tubs, hotter prices at Delaware Hot Tub Company in Millsboro and Lewis. Ask about 0% financing.
Discover the lodges of coastal Delaware, featuring 2 exceptional communities with one goal: life your way. The life at the Lodge at Truett Homestead is like being on vacation every day, featuring worry-free independent living and unparalleled amenities with the convenience of a monthly rental community. Moving right down the road, experience refreshing coastal living at the Lodge at Historic Lewis, offering independent living, assisted living, and our Compass Memory Care program. Engage in vibrant activities, build lasting connections, and savor each moment. Visit our website or call today to learn how to make the Lodge lifestyle yours.
Leah, I left my watch at home. What time is it?
I too left my watch at home. It's time for the Great Debate,
baby. If any of you have a really cool voice and want to record that for us, let us know.
Yeah, we'd love to have something official.
Yeah, you know what I mean, exactly. So anyways, we're going to get to the Great Debate now. We're asking you, what is better, or what would you prefer?
Okay.
Having a really small, I'm talking handful of good friends, or lots of people in your group, but they're all acquaintances. You get along, but they're not your close buddies.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta go with option 1, door number 1, small group of close-knit friends. I mean, that's what I have. That's my true situation. I'm not great with a bunch of acquaintances. Like I'm kind in a room full of people. I love talking with people.
Yes.
Like I will make acquaintances, but I would rather have that close-knit group of friends. I mean, I already don't have that many friends. So it's a good fit.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think I do have a lot of acquaintances, but I prefer to keep my small group.
I like to keep a small circle. I mean, I think not even for any like, oh, you can't trust people, so you have to keep your circle small. Like I don't even think I don't even think it's that.
Yeah.
I think it's really just, I think it boils down to the fact that it's really hard to make friends as an adult.
So hard.
I think it's hard to make really deep connections as an adult, especially with new people. I think, you know, outside of sort of your romantic partner who you may meet later in life, like I think that's one of the strongest bonds that you build later in life. But I think especially when you start to have kids and a family and you have even less time to meet people and make those deep connections because you're all caught up in your small, close-knit circle.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think a lot of my close friends are still my friends from high school. So I met a few people that like, I would say the connection was deeper, and probably because we met on like a trip abroad. So, you know, when you're kind of like, I may or may not see these people again. So you kind of like, you start spilling in a way that you're like, I never even knew that I would just like say that to someone.
You just trauma dump.
You trauma dump.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. But we became really good friends and stayed in touch. We just don't live close. So we don't get to say, like, we don't get to do girl days or like just, hey, hang out, because they live a flight away.
Exactly. Yeah. I do know some people who they kind of prefer that more acquaintance group because it's kind of, maybe they see it as like, I know some people who kind of see it as marketing. Like it's good to have friends in all different types of friends. Again, we're not talking friends, more just acquaintances. And they're cool to go get coffee with or something. But like you said, I think I'm an emotional person, if you guys haven't caught on yet. So I need someone I know, like, trust. I have a really small group of core girl friends. I think too, as you were saying, sorry, it's harder to make friends when you're older. I think it's also harder to maintain friendships when you're older.
I think so.
Like, I feel like there's people who I love. It's like, if I'm home.
Everyone's tired.
Yeah, everyone's tired. Or it's like, you know how close I am. I have like 7 nieces and 4 siblings. Like, I want to hang out with them. And my parents are my friends, you know?
Well, and that's like, I mean, there are so many jokes on social media about like the older sister that has no friends and the youngest sister that has a bunch of friends. And that's so me and her, that like she's my best friend. I mean, we grew up so close with one another. So I'm always like, hey, do you want to hang out? And she's like, I'm hanging out with my actual friends.
Exactly. My mom always says,
I'm like, cool.
Yeah, my mom always, her thing has always been, do you want 4 quarters or 100 pennies? And I'm like, who wants to carry around 100 pennies? 4 quarters is the way to go.
I do think the people that tend to prefer the lots of acquaintances, either, I think it's easier to manage in a lot of ways. I do think because you don't have to worry about those deep emotional connections, you don't have to worry about friends calling you in the middle of the night with a problem and wanting you to help them solve it, because that can be, it's tricky. Sometimes it's whether it's because you don't want to give them bad advice or you don't know how to deliver a harder truth to some of your friends too, that like if they don't want to hear something about themselves and you're like, well, I know why you're having problems.
You stink. Yeah.
And it's because of the XYZ personality trait. And it's just like, it can be messy when you have close-knit groups of friends.
That's a good point. I think maybe if you're just not really that emotional person, you're living your best life with all your acquaintances. But I would like to hear an opposing view because, you know, I had a feeling we would agree on this one.
I think so.
Because, you know, we like value that those deep friendships. But yeah, let us know what you guys think on social media, or you can email us if you want, whatever. That's right. We're around we're everywhere, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. Cool. And we read those emails, so.
Yeah, we do. Please.
What you're thinking. But we do have a little bit more Coast Life to get to. Paige and I are heading up north today, so we'll touch on that when we get back.
With this open floor plan, I can really stretch my hamstrings. Feel the burn, Hammy. I could really go for a snack right now. No! Keep exploring. One small step for man, one giant roll for Hammy. So many bedrooms. Never skip leg day. With all this room to run, I feel like the belle of the ball. Hammy is on a roll. Summer body, here I come.
Hey Delmarva, get ready to save big at Preston Ford's Memorial Day sales event. SUVs cost less at Preston with over $6,000 in total savings. And don't miss out on 1.9% financing for 72 months on America's best-selling truck, the 2023 Ford F-150. We have over 800 Ford models ready to be driven home today. Shop with us online at PrestonFord.com and we'll deliver it to your driveway today. Be a part of all the excitement going on right now during the Memorial Day sales event at Preston Ford. Cars cost less in Preston.
This summer, pack your bags and head to Ocean City, Maryland for free family fun all summer long. Watch beach movies, build sandcastles, and gaze at colorful kites, all completely free. Bust a move from the beach to the bay with beach dance parties, Sunset Park party nights, and Sundays in the park with fireworks, all completely free. Enjoy arts and crafts, discover Ocean City's history, and be in awe of acrobatic stunts at the circus, all completely free. So get going. Family memories are waiting to be made in Ocean City, Maryland. Plan your trip now at OCOcean.com.
Families love Peninsula Home Care. They know they have an entire team with them through every step of the recovery.
We are your advocate. From hospital to home, we will connect you with the resources that you need most.
We're at your home bringing the highest level of care, including wound care and E-stim.
Through storms, pandemics, and more, we'll always be there for you.
When you or a family member are recovering from an illness, injury, or surgery, let our team step in to help. Serving Maryland and Delaware, call Peninsula Home Care today.
Shop fabulous, fun fashion at Twyla Farrell's in Lewis. Discover stylish and comfortable clothing and shoes from designers you know and love. For all budgets, shapes, and sizes. From head to toe, you can complete your look at Twyla's. We believe in building lasting relationships and always offer honest fashion advice. Come visit us for a unique shopping experience at Twyla Farrell. Open 7 days a week on 2nd Street in Lewis.
For a great shopping experience, Furniture Gallery is the place to pick up one-of-a-kind signature finds to complete your home decor. Come explore our selection of handcrafted furniture and get all the supplies you need for your own DIY projects. And through the doors is Shore Marketplace, where you'll find the most unique local shops at the beach. With over 40 local artisans, Shore Marketplace is truly a local connection you cannot afford to miss. And next door you'll find Scrub Apparel outlets. All this under one roof with easy access off Coastal Highway North.
Well, we had a great day with you guys, but we have to let you go. And today, normally we're like sad to see you go. Today we're like, we gotta get you out of here because we have to go somewhere.
That's right. Paige is going to scale I think it's the 2nd tallest building in Wilmington. might be the tallest, but it's all for a very special cause. Our friends at Special Olympics, this is a big, if you raise enough money throughout the year, you get to also scale this building.
So
and it's
cool.
just, it's really cool. I've done it before. It's a really incredible experience. And again, all for a really great cause.
Yes.
We love Special Olympics Delaware and all that they do for those athletes.
Yes, we love them. And you've, like you said, you've done this before, so I'm glad you're coming with me tonight.
Yes.
You're going to make sure I'm scaling this building the right way.
Well, here's the thing. It's because you won't go in the water.
That's true.
She refuses to do the polar bear plunge, so you got to go over the edge.
I would rather scale a 17-story building than go into freezing cold water. Remember earlier from the show, my shawl? I'm always cold. I'm always cold. Don't blame
fair.
me.
I don't think you're the only one that feels that way.
I know.
So this is just another one of the many amazing ways that you can give back to Special Olympics Delaware.
Yes, and we'll bring you guys along the journey with us tomorrow.
That's right.
We'll give you a little highlight recap, see how it goes, and how you can support Special Olympics as well.
That's right.
Cool. Yes, it is, but we got to go to Wilmington.
That's right. Coast TV News at 5 takes it from here. We will see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day.